I'm here with Michaela Lanzinger, and we're talking about an interesting shift from being a collections-based museum to a science center, which is a little bit different from a lot of places. So can you explain why you made that shift?
Yeah, we were a very traditional natural history museum based on the collection, and with a topic on local nature, biodiversity, paleontology, we began to think the necessity to speak about not only the past but about what was going on, the landscape, and the landscape is the sum of the nature and the presence of the mankind. Thinking about the landscape, we were thinking about our future and then the approach about the sustainable future. This made us to think about the possibility to merge the experience of the Natural History Museum with the science centers connected with the STEM approach, in order to have and to give the opportunity to our visitors to understand and to decide to prove awareness about their very local future. But local, why only to think about our beautiful mountains? Why to think only about our very local environment? So we decided to adopt the old but actual motto of the environmental people. Think globally, act locally. The result is a large museum that connects the local and the global, and connect the nature, the development, the future, and the possibility to touch with hands through the hands-on exhibits.
Right. So there are a number of science centers worldwide, and there are science centers in Italy. What do you think you are bringing to the science center globally and locally within Italy that's new and different?
Look, Italy is known for the beauties of the arts and the museums of arts, but it's not so known because the beauty of the science museums. We have a very beautiful science museum with an Italian style. The architecture of the building has been provided by the very famous architect Renzo Piano, the same architect of the Academy of Science in San Francisco. And this helps us. The building itself reflects the content of the museum. You will see these large slopes, they mimic the slopes of the mountains, and so since the beginning, seen outside, you perceive a high quality of the experience that will continue inside the museum. And so, at first, a good quality of the experience because of the beauty of the building, of the architecture, of the style, and then the possibility to touch with hand these current topics of our environment. People like very much to be engaged with the problems, the things that they read every day on the newspaper, that they perceive in their everyday life. I think that this is the important side of these museums. We are connected with everyday life of our inhabitants, or our visitors, through exhibits, through multimedia, and through real objects.
Right. Now, what are you most excited about in terms of the exhibits that you're going to be bringing to the new Science Museum?
People like very much to interact with the objects, to look at the natural object we have in the museum. This is absolutely like a natural history museum, and this is still something that visitors like to do. But there are new things, not only the classical interactive exhibit, but for instance a Fab Lab that help us to work on directly with a direct engagement, and to reflect on the fact that each generation has to invent its future, and I see that people like very much to engage with the Fab Lab because it is the place where they can put in place their fantasy and their possibility to invent.
Great. Thank you very much.